So last weekend, my wife and I got invited to a backyard barbecue by our new neighbor, Greg. You know the type, always wearing cargo shorts, owns more power tools than sense, and can turn any conversation into a TED Talk about alternative grilling methods. We figured it was a good chance to meet the rest of the cul-de-sac and maybe score a free hot dog, so we showed up with the required potato salad and a six-pack, ready for some small talk and maybe a game of cornhole. Things started off pretty normal, kids running around, someone's dog trying to dig up the azaleas, and Greg enthusiastically explaining that tonight, we're making history. I started getting suspicious when I noticed Greg's grill didn't look like anything you'd find at Home Depot. It was a massive cylindrical hunk of metal with dials, gauges, and what looked suspiciously like leftover airplane parts welded to the side. Greg beamed and said, "Yeah, I bought a jet engine off eBay. Thought I'd give it a second life." The other neighbors just nodded like this was perfectly reasonable, which, in hindsight, should have been my first clue to run. Fast forward to burger time, and Greg fires up his grill. There's a sound like a 747 preparing for takeoff, flames shoot out the back, and half the lawn chairs migrate to the next yard. Greg, wearing welding goggles and oven mitts, slaps a tray of patties onto a grate that's now glowing slightly orange. Within seconds, the burgers are cooked. And then immediately launched straight into the air by the sheer force of the exhaust. Kids start cheering, and Greg's grinning ear to ear, tracking trajectories like he's running NASA's next mission. My wife and I just stare, mouths open, as burgers rain down 3 blocks over. One apparently landed in Mrs. Feldman's birdbath. She's still not talking to Greg. By the time things calmed down, most of us were eating potato salad with plastic forks and ducking the occasional airborne hot dog. Greg, undeterred, declared the barbecue a flaming success and promised next time he'd adjust the thrust so the burgers would reach low Earth orbit. As we said goodbye and walked home, I told my wife, "Well, at least now we know what space food tastes like. Just wish mine hadn't done a flyby of the neighbor's drone before landing on my plate."